What's happening out there? What it do? What it done did? Alright, check this out real quick. I'm gonna try to do the almost impossible. I'm gonna try to put this out real fast. Now, this language thing has been decoded. We had no language. We spoke no words, alright? We had sounds. Now, before I even go in depth, I'm just gonna give you an outward look. Have you ever paid attention to the Chinese when they're let me say it like this. I was watching the Chinese and they were developing some new stuff, right? So this one Chinese was standing up in front of a group of Chinese, Japanese, and all the Asians or whatever. And he was saying this and that, and the only thing you heard them was saying was, oh, ooh, They didn't applaud. They didn't say no words, but their was obvious amongst the whole crowd. Oh, yeah. You know, like that. That's the only thing you was hearing in the crowd. Vibration. Vibration. All right, check this out. And you can go around and look at different things, because I'm going to try to shoot this to you. I'm going to overall what I have adhered to, paid attention to, and come to tell you. All right. Now, let's go to sex real quick. All right. Let's go to sex. Love is the universal language, as everybody say, right? Love, right? Okay. I don't calculate it as love like these words says love, all right, and all that. But nevertheless, let's go along with what you have got, all right? Love is a universal language. Well, when you're making love, you may say a few words, you know, instructional words or whatever, right? But most of it is vibration. And the vibration comes about when you get or moving in agreement to the movement. You understand what I did not convey completely, but you understand, right? The sounds are geared to levels, you know what I mean? Feelings, you know what I'm saying? They always say, speak your feelings. How you feel? Speak your feelings. But we didn't speak. Go back to the Chinese. Oh, We already know vibrations can make things, make particles, all right? Because the sand up on those plates were particles that make those particles move through a vibration. Now these particles is sand, but these particles is also atoms, electrons, protons, neutrons, and some other shit. All right. Now, so they would make particles move. All right. Particles in things. All right. If you see the sand vibrating, guess what is also vibrating? Now listen, I don't want to miss nothing, but I want to make this quick, if at all possible. I'm already on 4 minutes. I'll be dang. Well, I got to do it fast. I'll make a number 2, a part 2. But nevertheless, listen and put in what you know. All right, put in what you know. They always say, speak your feelings. We didn't speak. Show your feelings. Right? Your feelings was like, okay. Now, correlate the sex part, and what you can draw from that are words or moans, tones, and groans, all right? Moans, tones, and groans. Now, correlate this to, let's just go to tribal so-called Africa, okay? That age, tribal. Not ancient, glorious, and all that type of stuff, but tribal. We communicated with the drum. Now it wasn't about these because you can't hear that throughout the land. So if you heard this, that meant something was going on. You all right? If you heard this, the frequency, sound, and vibration of like party, you know what I mean, or gathering, I'm bad with that right now. My rings are hitting the table, is making no what's in it. But comply with a sound that would mean like a meeting. All right? You know, it would be a relaxing mode. You know how you can hear beats and you get right into it. You know what I mean? If it's low. Now, I'm going to throw things at you real fast. Correlated to people who beatbox. Remember that? We used to beatbox. You just had a feeling and you just start beatboxing. Whatever that is, right? Bing, all right? Correlated to sound, frequency, and vibration. If you want to know God, if you want to know God's language, if you want to know to get back to correcting something without using words that are spells, keeping you away from your natural moans, tones, and groans, the love language, the universal frequencies that created everything, right? Some is lower for the ear. Lower, you know. Low vibrations and high vibrations. They all do certain things, all right, in certain situations. Nevertheless, we're going to keep on going. Show your feelings. I mean, speak your feelings. No. If you in a line with something and as when somebody says something or something, you know, you agree with that, you go, I see you. You know what I mean? Or whatever. But not like that. All right? But nevertheless, all right? Now check this out. Now, you got to fill in the space with this and leave some comments. All right? Check this out. So, imagine, okay, let's go back to the drums. All right? Now, when it was wartime, you know the war beat, right? They say that's Native Indian or Native American or Native whatever, right? But it was still communications. I don't care what they call it, all right? Two-bob on the land. Remember when the white slave ships would come to the land, they would beat a certain beat, and no matter where you was at, you would hear that beat, and you know, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Bing! Wasn't no conversation. Wasn't nothing to talk about. You heard that shit, you looked up and said, oh, stay away from tall grass. Stay away from the coastal line. Get your ass back to the village. Grab up what we got. And get ready. Check it out. So nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? So this was all tones, moans, groans, and vibrations. All right? Frequency caused it all. All right? So, check this out. You know when something happens real bad, it makes you want to holler, something just makes you want to holler. You ever been walking down the street and you just start going, that is the tone and the musical scales and the octaves your body is giving you because that's how you feel. All right? That's how you feel. So we communicated by how we felt and what we did and what we do. It wasn't about nothing about what we say, because we already know the mouth can say anything. You understand? You know? And then we want to destroy people by what they say when we know that our mouth will say any damn thing. Bypass that, man. You know? That hardly these Autobots, Decepticons, astronauts, you know, these androids walk around here only looking for something good to say, to get a laugh, to get humor, or to become something. You know, and I ain't talking about these wise brothers and sisters, the so-called awoke ones, or, you know, the knowledgeable ones. I ain't talking about us. I ain't talking about nobody like us. I'm talking about these ones, and we do it too, but these other ones, there's no knowledge, don't want to hear it. I ain't got time for that shit, man. We trying to do this. We ain't trying to hear that shit. Ain't nobody giving a fuck about black, or ascending master ass nigga, you know, all that type of shit. Get your, you know what I mean, all that type of stuff. See, you know what I mean? That was just an examples, right? But nevertheless, these ones mouth will say anything. Just like with those examples, a person will break their, will bite their tongue trying to say something to you quick, just to, you know, make you appear like you some goofball or some shit. You know what I mean? So nevertheless, don't get mad at them. See, I don't affiliate myself with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm controlling my frequency. You know what I mean? I'm controlling my frequency and my vibration. And it would not be disturbed by ignorance that I consent to by indulging in that bullshit. You know, in groups of, like I'm on Awake You, and I got something to tell. Man, I didn't talk to y'all so motherfucking much. I don't even want to sit around your ass. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. You know, for real, for real. Sometimes when my girl get mad, I don't even sleep in the bed. You know why? Do you know why? I had to find that shit out. Because I usually just, whatever, you know, turn over or whatever, you know. No. I don't even get nowhere near that heart chakra. Because that energy is the same shit that you've been told before. Don't eat nobody's food if they are mad. You know what I'm saying? Because that energy goes right into the damn, right into the carbon that's still into that food. I'm going to tell you something about some carbon shit. But nevertheless, listen. So, okay, anyway, these tones, moans, and groans. Hold on. Thought I heard somebody here. Thought I heard somebody at the door. All right. These tones, moans, and groans, right? Vibrations, frequencies, all right? When you get mad at a person, you might be like, you know, you know, and then all of a sudden we in voice, all right? We in a speech mode, you know, all the curse word, all the bad type of frequencies in words, right? That's the energy is leaving in the words because you gave it a body to sell away in. Don't give it a body. Embody that shit. Hold your energy, you know, and do the right thing. Whatever's right at that moment in time, in space, in location, perimeter. But nevertheless, so these tones, groans, and moans, these like let me say this. You know, they talking about talking and speaking in tongues in the church, like all this type of stuff. Well, listen, when I said mismatch shit, we got to snatch shit away from shit because they're using it on a different octave, just like the music. You know what I'm saying? 432, what is it? 430. It's supposed to be 440, and they got it at 432 or something like that. I might be a little bit off. Well, adjust it to what you know it is. All right. So, nevertheless, the octaves is off. You understand what I'm saying? Their octave is off, just like they did our music, just like the music that you hear is toned down to a different octave. That we supposed to be on the octave of the earth. They says 432 is the earth, 528 is the earth. All right, 528 is the earth. Nevertheless, they got the music down to 432 and it's supposed to be 440, something like that. All right. So anyway, the words take away from the sound, cause now you're defining something. All right. Let me see. I see this is not going to be fast. So anyway, when you get mad, no, let me go that first. Don't let me go that first. When you get to doing anything, all right, you know how you feel. If you feel a certain way, only thing you got to do is switch what you're thinking, because the thinking gets you the feeling. If you start thinking about, let's just say, a long lost one, a relative that passed and you were real close or whatever, all right, and you think about that, that might bring you something. If you think about a long lost love, or somebody just walked out on you, and you start thinking like that, only thing you gotta do is think about something else and turn the station, turn the frequency, adjust the vibrations. Good, 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 good vibrations, right? Good. God. Good. I'm good, God. Check this out. Nevertheless, these are frequency, tones, and vibrations. What am I getting at? They speak in tongues in the church. All right. I'm going to snatch that out of there. Let me get that. Let me get that. All right. So, what it is, like, let's just say you're doing something. And you might be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, dude? Who said you got to speak in English? Who said you got to speak in Swahili? You know how people say, excuse my French. You don't know French. It'd be better if you said, excuse my Swahili. You know, nevertheless, you know what I mean? Ancient Chinese secret. Really? When did your ass go to China? Nevertheless, words. We use them without even a sense of knowing what the fuck we saying. Even when we parrot shit. Now, if you didn't have words to parrot, or language, right? You would have to do that which your ass said. Not say that which your ass said, but you must do that what your ass said. It won't be no talking. You understand? So nevertheless, talking in tongues. Sometimes I speak because it's actually natural. You might be doing something like, you know what I mean, or whatever. You know what I mean? It just come to you like that. Or now, let's say if you wanted to do something. Now I'm gonna give you an example. Now this is gonna be far-fetched, but not necessarily. Let's just say this is wax candle stuff. You know, to smell shit. You know, aroma, and that's electromagnetism. Watch out. But nevertheless, yeah. And it's memories. Watch out. So nevertheless, let's just say, I'm not trying to move this object or nothing like that. But what I'm saying to you is, your feeling, they say speak what you feel. You don't speak what you feel. Not in a language. Let's just say, now this might be a bad illustration because it needs further investigation, slightly. Only to self. Not I'm not the authority in ancient anything. I'm not the authority in today's wisdom or anything. All right? I'm not a teacher. I'm just explaining what I came across, and it's lovely how this shit is working. You know, it's like all of us is in a room, cause we get a chance to look at that which we look at and who we look at, and we get to expound and carry it on. You know what I mean? If you had a thought about a 100 monkey syndrome, well, you better make that 100 into 100 billion. You heard me? That's how fast the shit's going now. You heard me? You know, and speak. If you say something, let it be from the heart, let it be sincere, and don't give 4 flying burks, right, about how a person feel. Cause we gonna catch it, we gonna understand it. You know what I mean? We gonna understand it. Nevertheless, listen. So if this word, if this thing, let's just say, speaking in tongues. Let's sheesh. All right, I'm trying to get a better example, and plus I'm still trying to rush through this. I got some things to do, but 19 minutes, goodness. So, an example of me talking in tongues or talking in language, not language, and the tongues is out of there. You know what I'm saying? Speaking in frequencies. All right, speaking in frequencies. You know how a person hum? They said so-called slaves. You know what I'm saying? Would hum rhythms. Okay. Now did you feel that? Okay. But what I'm getting at is frequency, sounds, and vibrations. In order to do something, you must show how you speak what you feel. But don't use language. How do you speak how you feel? Ostanepa. Kostana bombuna. Sana babin. See, check this out. Do I know what I just said? No. Did I hit key notes? Yes. Depending on the circumstances in which I am, what I'm doing. Let's say you're working on a car. Let's say you're working on a car and you can't fix it. You having problems. And you like, you done tore up your knuckles trying to do stuff and all this type of stuff, and you're doing stuff. And you might go, use the frequency and vibrations to guide you through that situation. Can it be done? Why not? Have you tried it? Hell to the no, right? Okay, well, try it and leave a damn comment. Nevertheless, so the frequencies is what you speak, say what you feel. Don't use a language. Its interpretation is in the light and the sound speed in order to adjust what you need. Try that out. For real. No doubt. Try it out. I was going to give you an example, but I'm going to leave it to you. Use frequencies. A lot of people, I heard people like, oh, demons speak in tongues. Really? Now, what were we told about demons? No, the real part of demons. That's you, motherfucker. That's your Lord Nafs. Or, I won't say Nafs, but yeah, well, whatever. But it's you. Ain't nothing outside of you. Demons, Lord self, right? Not even that, though. Damien, demon. Demonic. Demonic. It spins on words. Words conceptualize, all right? But it got 19 different definitions, and you're aiming at one of them. Goofy. Motherfucker. What if you found out demon meant melanin? Which, the beast, right? Yeah. 666, right? You was afraid of that shit, but when you found out 6 neutrons, 6 protons, and 6 electrons, you found out it was carbon, then what the fuck you had to say? You understand? So, don't think shit is too far-fetched. You understand? Sound, frequency, and vibration. What if, hypothetical, someone came in, or your next episode, that you come in contact with a person and he's talking real ridiculously stupid, Now, before I get to that, I'm going to say about Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee used, and a lot of martial artists know the sounds, there's 6 healing sounds, all right? There's 6 healing sounds of the body, healing. But there's more sounds. So it could be sounds of destruction also, because the sound vibrates in every cell, in every nuclei or nucleus of a person's body. But it's animating from yours, so it comes out to those around. All right? A lot of people say, I got a strong throat chakra. Everybody do. Let something happen, they'll holler loud as they can, right? Nevertheless, Bruce Lee had added these sounds. What? All that. What do you think that do to the psychic of a motherfucker? Might make his ass turn around and break north, motherfucker. Nevertheless, why did he do it? Because he heard that vibration, that sound, and that energy was motherfucking lit his ass up. Vibrated all the nuclei in his cells. Just like the same thing when you give say, motherfucker, if you keep on talking shit, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, nigga, fuck you. And then you already know what that was finna do, right? What up? Right? Yeah. But nevertheless, these are just examples. Right? Now the communication is, right? Go back to the love frequency. That's a lot of frequency right there. And it's understood, because like you could say, girl, you must, whoo, boy, you know, it's like, shit, me, your ass was, you know what I mean? Yeah, you dang right. You heard? And you heard. We all heard. You know what I mean? So, I didn't leapfrog a couple things in there. But nevertheless, so Bruce Lee would utilize the sound vibration and frequency along with damage to the entity that he was about to deliver. You understand? You understand? Yeah? Yes. Yes, we do. Or we will. Now, check this out. Remember that town that they walked around 7 times blowing a horn? They was blowing a frequency. What note was they playing, nigga? Anybody know? You don't have to know. You can find the fuck out. You know what I mean? You could take a styrofoam plate. I can't use that. I ain't even attempted this shit before, but I know what I'm talking about. Now check this out. Yeah, aluminum foil, little roll. What's that? Now check this out. Now I haven't even tried this before, so it's open for foolishness right now. All right, check this out. Oh, not so much, right? Let me go from the bottom and a little bit louder. Oh, nothing, right? Nothing. Check this out. Stop it. Investigate your damn self. But that was an ideal, all right? Because it is a frequency that would make that motherfucker move, all right? And it is a frequency that would possibly make it raise up. Now, we was into sound all the time. Sound, frequency, and vibration. That's how we did a lot of things. That's how we understood a lot of things. You know, you hear the birds. You hear the crickets, all right? You can't hear the grasshoppers. I don't think so. But they making a sound. Believe that shit. You can't hear your bones vibrate, but your bones vibrate and they make a sound. You understand? But nevertheless, when you speaking in tongues, I ain't talking about like in church, but we can utilize those in church. Okay, let's just say the ones that's not great fakers, you know, and doing that shit for some attention from the pastor or some shit, you know, for he can come and grab your hold of your ass and let me talk to Sister Margaret after church, some shit like that. But let's just take them for instance. All right, now, and seriously about this, you know, this wasn't to I don't want to play around with this so much. You understand? But nevertheless, it's many other little things. You can get a bowl of water. All right, and you can find out what pitch high enough, because the low ones ain't gonna make a vibration in the water. All right, you can find out how high of an octave you have to have in order to make any ripple without casting something in it. All kind of things, you know, all kind of things. Nevertheless, we can look at the churchgoers, right, and we can see within them, they might get up and ashaka nakashaka, ashabaka shaka. It's still coming. They talking how they're feeling. They expressing how they feel. You know, a child, you say, well, how do you feel? And they go to tell you how they feel, and they might not be using the right words. They don't fucking need to use a word. Not necessarily, but we command and demand that they tell us how they feel. You can tell how a person feel. You know what I mean? Not all the time through the eyes, because sometimes, you know, your energy is not shown in the eyes, you know. And another thing, all that great grand bullshit that we always in contact with, that we still hold on to these oppressors that gave us this knowledge, his story, with the audacity to tell us this bullshit. right, in opposition, upside down missions, you understand, to uh, to misalign the ones who have the ability to use sound as a weapon. They have weapons made out of sound. And guess what the thing is about those sounds, though? Those sounds in those weapons, normally, you can't even hear it. You just feel it. They got a weapon that they can point at a person, hit this thing, and it may go bloop, like that. The person who using it, it might go bloop. That's the only thing they hear, the ones who holding it. But you get a, like gas.